heard it before, but that's fine because it's great to hear and read books more than one time, as we all know. So this book is called Testing Miss Malarkey. Miss Malarkey, raise your hand if you think you know who Miss Malarkey might be. Yes, and what do you think her job is?
To take tests and learn.
She might be taking a test and learning, and you think she might have a job in a school? What kind of people work in school?
Teachers.
Right, very good, Shima, teacher. So I think Miss Malarkey might be a teacher. And what do you think is happening here? Who do you think and what do you think these papers are, maybe? Right, right. They're all showing her papers, and they could be the test. So, testing Miss Malarkey, we usually think of testing the students, but this book is called Testing Miss Malarkey. So let's find out why, and maybe you'll have a little insight or understanding into your teachers during test time as well. And here we see a bunch of pencils with students' names on them. And I assume they're a certain kind of pencil. Anybody know what kind of pencils you use for a test, Corey? Number 2 pencils. Number 2, right on, number 2. All right, testing Miss Malarkey. And we see a policeman bringing in the test. A policeman locked in a box. Boy, this test is pretty important. And this book is written by Judy Finchler and illustrated by Kevin O'Malley. All right. Miss Malarkey is a good teacher. Usually she's really nice. But a couple of weeks ago she started acting a little weird. She started talking about the test. The instructional performance through understanding test. I think Miss Malarkey said it was called the IPTU test. And what did I say it was when each letter stands for a different word? Anybody remember the word for that? And Julian.
Acronym?
Beautiful, an acronym. So this is a different state test, I guess, the IPTU, and that's the acronym for their state test. Like I said, all over the country, people are taking different tests. But Miss Malarkey said the test wasn't that important. She said it wouldn't affect our report cards. It wouldn't mean extra homework. And if we didn't do well, we'd still go on to the next grade. Miss Malarkey, says the student, you shouldn't bite your nails. I guess Miss Malarkey is a little nervous.
Who inferred that?
I inferred that from the picture. Yeah, because when we bite our nails, we're nervous. Very good, Miss Craig. You made a good inference. At recess, we played multiplication mambo. Each class got new CD-ROMs called There's Something About Decimals. After lunch, we played funny phonics. Miss Malarkey said you never know what's going to be on the test. I before E except after C. You get to move 2 spaces. Isn't phonics fun? And this little boy says, can I go to the bathroom? The closer we got to the test day, the weirder things got. When I brought the attendance sheets to the office, I heard Principal Wiggins yelling about pencils.
This is the test! I want the good number 2 pencils, not the kind with the crumbly erasers, and I will personally make sure they're all sharpened perfectly.
He looks pretty scary. The teacher says, oh, this is the cafeteria lady. They have a cafeteria lady for lunch. This is good brain food. Some of you should eat a whale. The cafeteria lady, Mrs. Slopdown, took away the potato chips and served only fish. My food usually goes right to my stomach, said this little boy. In art, we each made posters about the test. Mrs. Magenta also showed us how to color in all those little circles they put on the test. Remember, you always practice filling in those circles? Yeah. During gym, oh, this isn't happening here. During gym, we didn't play baseball or even exercise. Mr. Fit Enough said we had to prepare our minds and bodies for the test. We all learned something about meditating. And about something called yogurt.
Yoga.
You're absolutely right. This little boy didn't get it. He thought it was yogurt, but it was yoga. You're right. Like I said, things were getting pretty weird at school. I got to thinking the test was sort of important. And here's their gym teacher saying, "Your mind and body are one with the test."